Redditors that got charged rent ASAP after turning 18. What's relationship like with parents years later? 1. Lived with my dad. His rule was that you live under his roof free of charge as long as you are in school or any sort of course to further benefit your life. If you are not in school and are working, you pay rent. I finished high school and decided to work straight out of school and paid rent. Decided to go back to school and did a 3-year college course, so I was not paying rent for those 3 years. Finished college and got a job in my field and paid rent once more as I saved up for my first house. My dad is old school and always asked for the rent in cash, which I didn't mind at all. When I was ready to buy my first house, he came to me with a stack of envelopes, each dated with an amount written on them. It was every dime I had paid to date to him for rent. He was teaching me what it was like to pay for a mortgage without actually wanting my money. My dad is not well off whatsoever. He is an amazing father. Our relationship could not possibly be better. 2. I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with my mom when I turned 18. She started charging me half the rent, $800 in 2018, and said I couldn't eat any food in the house I didn't buy myself. So I very quickly just got a 2-bedroom apartment with my friend, and it only cost me $700 per month. My mom wouldn't let me keep any stuff at her place for the move unless I paid $800 for an extra month, so I had to stash all my stuff at different places because I couldn't afford it, and so it was a bit hectic. Anyways, at this point in my life, my relationship with her is very distant and near non-existent. I've seen her maybe 5 times since I moved out, and one of those times was when she offered to bring me groceries during COVID and then sent me a $200 Venmo request to pay for them. Lamau. My little sister was legally separated from her by CPS, and the other sister is in college. Once my sister went to college, my mom sold the house and is now living in a van in Las Vegas. 3. My brother was charged as soon as he turned 18 for $500 a month. At 20, he now lives with me and my husband for $250 a month. And has no rules except keep the shared spaces clean and do your part around the house. Biggest difference is we treat him like a roommate, whereas my parents still treated him as a high schooler. Curfew of 10 p.m. No girlfriends allowed at the house ever, even if someone was home. So he was paying $500 to be treated like a child. He doesn't really talk to them anymore. I don't either, but for different reasons. My parents barely talk to my brother because he has a relationship with me. My parents didn't charge rent to teach anything. They did it for control. 4. I wasn't charged rent. I was more kicked out and told not to come back. Now this wasn't a surprise. My parents, since I was a young child, had told me how excited they were to have their house back and have us away from their house the second we turned 18. I think the irony is that they are always complaining that my brother and I never come to visit. It's not out of bitterness. We just live in different states now, but there is an irony to it all. 5. I paid rent, and then when I moved out, my parents cut me a check and gave me all the rent back as a starting fund. I absolutely adore my father and mother. I'm gonna do the same thing for my son. Edit, as a teaching method for independent living and learning how to do it.